What's up, everyone? Overdue for a haircut. Like the shirt, thank you. More light. Bring this closer. Just gonna clean up some cables here for a second. Close. 1 second. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Lots of messages. I like the shirt's very Versace or Gucci. I think his hair looks nice. Thanks, Raymond. Lol, right, drunky. Yeah, it's weird. Where's this? Are you actually going to talk to your chat today? Sorry about that. Sorry. I was getting set up here. I was thinking that Shelby could have gone with Rob. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of over the cheap haircuts. I feel like it's almost better to just wait and get one from someone who knows what they're doing than like to go to a Great Clips or something. Doesn't work for me as well. Michael, how much does the Lifestream community overall affect your life decisions? The community, not the tech. I think that's a good question. I mean, if you're thinking about the community in terms of like people that I've met through the live stream as well, then probably quite a bit because, I've gone on like some adventures and stuff and done a lot of things with you and Toby and Josh, and that's all part of the community in a sense. But then people like suggesting things. A majority of the time, I like don't take suggestions from viewers and stuff, but I if someone has good advice, then I definitely take it. And so I would say a little bit in the sense of like audience suggestions and that type of thing, but quite a bit in terms of my actual life. Michael, what was your favorite and least favorite part of time with your dad? Favorite was probably just hanging out, talking the first night, and least favorite was I don't know, maybe just um, hanging out the second night. I feel like there wasn't as much to talk about. Um, pretty cool. Wonder if you actually do it. Which hair? Dad jokes. Man, this is an overwhelming one. He's doing his homework. First Q&A. Hi, Miss Beth has a picture. Beth's had one for a while. Good evening, girls. Hey, Michael. That's funny. It showed up there. I added it to Google. Hey, Michael, so cute. Yeah, Google counts. First time made it to a Q&A. Welcome, Iker. When the dog eats. Today he ate this morning. But it's... I should have a time, and I had one like 2 weeks ago, but it just kind of got erratic. But I'll feed him at the same time from like moving forward. Yes, name, I just changed it. This is like The Sims. Where do we send the questions? Right here. I said that yesterday about the Fernet. He reads them from chat. Just put your questions in chat. Why are you doing these streams? I'm doing like the Q&A ones or the streams in general. Oh, filming yourself for... I'm doing the whole project just like as kind of a social experiment because nobody had done it yet, and so I wanted to do it. I thought that it was something that should be done. But the Q&A is just feel like it's good audience interaction. I was the first audience member to give you advice. That's true. Naomi actually told me to go to Indiana, which you could look back on in a lot of either good or bad ways, but it was a very important moment in the stream and my life. Like on this chat, I sensed it in the car back home. You looked over it. Yeah, I like my dad a lot, but kind of what I said in the newsletter, like it's exhausting to have conversations with him sometimes. Told you to go to Valpo. Yeah, filming yourself for you. You seem to like music, but we rarely hear you sing. I'm a really bad singer. I did like a very, very small amount of like practicing singing in the beginning of the year, but that is, like, to be completely honest, probably one of the only things that like being on camera all year actually made me like not want to do as much because it's just like so embarrassing. Like it's not one of those things where it's, you where you say you're bad but you're good. Like I'm just really bad, so I would like to get better and like practice, and it's pretty fun sometimes, but I honestly, I don't know, had a hard time with it this year once people started watching. Have you ever lied in Q&A? No, I always tell the truth. If there's something that I'm uncomfortable talking about, or like it's like someone's personal information or something, then I just say that, and I'm definitely not dishonest at all in the Q&As or anything. You need to get some moderators for your chat when you're streaming ASAP. Okay. That's probably fair. If you would like to be a moderator on D Live, let me know. If you guys are here, I'd be happy to mod you. Did eating deodorant make Harley's breath smell better? That's a great question. He actually didn't eat a lot of the deodorant. He just ate a lot of the plastic, so it didn't have that effect that we wanted. How long you live in Texas? A little bit over a year now in College Station. Good. What is your religion? Atheist. I would say maybe like, I don't even know if I could like qualify anything, but probably closest to like agnostic or something. I don't know. I don't think about that a lot anymore. I used to spend a lot of time thinking about it, but does Harley like his new toys? He likes one of his new toys, but he may grow to like them all. Is there some things you miss because of the stream? I miss being in the wilderness, being away from places where there's cell signal, because generally anytime you want to actually like immerse yourself in nature, you're not going to have cell signal in those places, whether you're going to like someone's lake house or just going camping or something. I miss that. And then there are other things, a couple, like just talking, I've said this before, but talking to girls is weird because they just like think that you're weird because you have a camera on your shoulder and you're filming them most of the time. So I miss just being able to have like a natural conversation. I mean, not girls and guys, but it's like particularly weird with girls. So I miss that. Do you want to do a TED Talk? What topic? That's a funny question. I like speaking, or I did like a lot of speaking when I was in high school, and not for like any team or anything. We just had assemblies, and I would lead the assemblies sometimes, and I thought it was pretty fun. Do I want to do a TED Talk? If if I felt like I had something really important to say, then yeah, I think that would be interesting. I probably wouldn't have anything good to say right now. Anything developed with the individual who didn't agree with the bathroom cam nudity aspect of the stream? That's a really good question. No, that story basically died where I explained it last. Like, they voiced that opinion, and in my mind, it was like, that's um, like really immature, and you're putting some like things that aren't even realistic in position of priority over a relationship, friendship. So I think that's not a quality that I want in a friend. So it's probably probably done with that relationship, which is too bad. What do you want next week to look like? Next week is going to be ideally kind of look like 2 weeks ago for the first couple days, but things are definitely going to get a little bit more chaotic and complicated on Thursday through Saturday because someone's Airbnb in the place. So that's going to be unavoidable chaos. Last week I asked about your humor and influences, and this week I thought I would ask about your musical influences. If you could only listen to 2 musical artists for a year, who would they be and why? That's a great question. Wow. Hmm. 2 musical artists. I feel like I might pick. I could end up regretting this and switching back, but maybe Drake and Kanye West. I think they have really like diverse discographies, a lot of good music. Spamming Nightbot. Sorry about Nightbot. I try to fix that sometimes, and I don't know how to fix it. Do you feel even more alone, even though people are watching you all the time? Sometimes I feel alone because, I think the newsletter actually helps a little bit with this. But even though I'm being live streamed, I can't like articulate what I'm thinking, or it's not the same as a relationship where like if you see someone and the communication is not the exact same. So there are people around, which is nice a lot of the time, but sometimes it can be more lonely, or just make you feel more separated when you like feel a certain way, but there's no way to like connect with anyone or express that. But for the most part, I think I feel less lonely having this project. What can we do to make you feel better since this week was a little terrible for you? This week was all right. I feel like I hope I didn't exaggerate things. It was challenging in certain ways. But I mean, that's life. You have weeks that are a little bit harder and weeks that are a little bit easier, and you're supposed to figure out things from both of them and then move on. There's nothing really that anyone could do. I think that it's all got to be personal. I mean, you guys are really fantastic, and I mean that. Your dad reminds me of Trump. My dad probably admires some characteristics of Trump and shares those, but my dad is less. He's not that similar to Trump in personality, although I don't know a lot about Trump's personality because I've never met him. With your mom, dad, brother, grandparents come visit you for Christmas. I told them they could and should, but I don't think they will, probably. I think they don't want to come down here. But my mom might come down again before the end of the year. How did your parents react when you said you were dropping out of college? And my dad was pissed. He was furious. He was like telling me I was an idiot, and he was really mad in the car ride, which I thought was kind of hilarious, but I kind of also want to tell him off, but didn't say anything. I just let him do his thing and be mad. What about college do you not like? There were a lot of things I didn't like. The biggest thing was it was a big waste of time, and it was a waste of my grandparents' and parents' money. And I didn't like either of those aspects. If it was free, and like it wasn't costing my family members anything or like me any I don't know. I honestly don't know if any of the circumstances being different would have led me to finish. It was a big waste of time, money. That's my. What's the plan for the future, work, etc. If I had to guess, to be completely honest, I think I'll probably do something in the gig economy, while just like traveling and living a very like low maintenance lifestyle for a while. But I don't know for sure. I can be a mod for. I think I was talking about D-Live computer robots. Wow, there's so many questions. Okay, will you and Shelly push each other out of your dating comfort zones? That is a good question. I have no idea. What's your worst time of day? And if you've been tempted, what's your worst time of day? And if you've been tempted to abandon the project? The biggest time I was tempted to abandon the project was probably July 1st. What's your worst time of day? It depends. It's usually sometime like right after lunch. I feel like it's kind of a lethargic time. Yeah, I'm agnostic too. Jeez, I'm so behind. Oh my god. How much you think you've grown as these Q&As? Shit, I'm gonna have to figure out a better system for these in the future because there's so many questions. How much do you think you've grown? Which is awesome. That's cool. I've never had one that's so many questions that I can't answer them all. How much do you think you've grown as an adult person since you started streaming? I think a lot. I would say maybe like 15%. I've increased in like personality in a good way. And like maturity, maybe like 5% maturity. But at the same time, guys in the chat, don't mess with Naomi by pushing her buttons. Push your buttons. Ever thought about setting up an Amazon wish list? I did think about it. I don't know. It felt weird. It was like anything that I want from Amazon, I just end up buying because like I want it then. And I don't know. It's weird. If you ever feel like you want to help me get something or like want to help me, definitely feel free to just hit the PayPal link in my whatever platform. But I don't know. The Amazon wish list, it didn't really work for me. How do you feel right now? I feel good, energetic. The skate park was a lot of fun. It was a great decision. Austin Shoes, what's up? Taylor, hey. Ever had any stream snipers? No, but I've seen a couple people in public that recognize me. Because I was on the local news here. So, no wonder his skin looks so good. He drinks tons of water. Thank you. Skin probably doesn't look as good in real life. It's probably just the camera. Naomi, I think you scared off Steph Doran. He's gonna slay Slater. I can feel it. It's a tough one. Calm. Hell yeah. Thanks, Taylor. That's awesome. I drink a lot of water. My skin's like this. John Lennon. God, I'm so far back. Indiana's first fan. That's true, Naomi. That was nuts. That was crazy. But I didn't know him personally, but he knew of me before that, so I would say it wasn't exactly like that. I've had a few strangers in public be like, yo, you're the guy. Two musical artists, me, Lana Del Rey, Britney Spears. Who do you love more, your mom or your dad? Interesting choices for artists. Glad you like the question. I'm glad you brought up Kanye West's favorite song from 808s. And how do you... artists' political views and stuff. So a good... I want to like answer that question better, but there's so many questions. Short answer, I really don't care. I'm there for like the art and the music and like the rest of your personal stuff. You keep that to yourself. I'm not there to engage in politics with the artists. Favorite song from, I honestly don't know like what songs are from which albums, but 808s and Heartbreaks, I don't know. I could look it up, but there are too many questions. Would you consider living in another country? If so, where? Yeah, I would like to live in it. I would like to live in a different country for sure, but I would want to make sure that they speak English, because it makes me very like anxious and uncomfortable, and I really don't like being in countries where I don't speak the language, because you're just so out of the loop, and I don't know. For me, it's really not something that I could do for any significant period of time. Which part of your body do you like the most, and which the least? I like my hands, because like I can do a lot with them, and I think that I have good hand-eye coordination. Which are like the least? I don't know. I feel like my lower back and like abdomen area is like weirdly proportioned, and I have a very weak lower back because I slouched for a lot of my life. I don't know if I was getting asked, but what's the percentage probability of you getting a Prius and staying in it and traveling at the end of this year? I would say the percentage is probably at like 50% right now. I'm definitely considering it pretty hard. I think it's a good plan. I want to tell you that you're crazy and I admire this project you started. Just found this recently, and the fact that you did this since January 1st is just insane. I'll continue to watch you live. Thank you, WW Shadow Wolf WW. Appreciate it. That's awesome. And then Nightbot told him to stop spamming. What makes you happy? Relationships make me really happy. Mom is watching. How do you currently feel about Bailey Torrance? Haven't thought about her in a while. Don't have any bad thoughts. I think she's a nice person, and she definitely was successful in her mission. Please come visit for Christmas. I agree. She'll come down in November or something. So now you want to talk to this damn chat. Do you play League of Legends? Will you add me? I don't play League of Legends, but Ethan does, so he might add you. Have you ever questioned your name? No, I like my name. Never questioned it for more than 5 minutes my whole life. Michael, I can be a mod if you want. Computer, if you want to be one, I'm happy to make you one. I'll wait till after this because it's overwhelming, but let me know. His skin is just as perfect in real life. Okay, on a quick note on my skin, I actually took one of the most aggressive medications that you can take aside from chemotherapy drugs. It's called Accutane, and it's very aggressive, and I could talk about that in the future, but basically I had to make a lot of big sacrifices to have skin that doesn't have a lot of acne, and that's actually why I drink water all the time, because once you take that medication, then for the rest of your life you have to drink a lot of water. Like, you're always thirsty, you get sunburn easier, your lips get dry, your hips hurt sometimes, and you might get cancer when you're 27. What has been the hardest part about this project? The hardest part about this project, jeez, I'm so far. The hardest part about this project is the toll it takes on some relationships, and communication, and one of the interesting things about it is like it often highlights like actual bad things about relationships, and like the fact that these people, if someone is not willing to like hang out with you because, I don't know, there's a lot of things about it that, while that is a big negative, like end up being positive and helping me, I feel like, discern who is an important part of my life and who is more expendable. How many gallons of almond milk do you drink in a week? Gallons, man. Maybe 1 gallon, I think. What are your plans once the year is over? Do you have anything you can share with us that we can look forward to? I have a plan, like a loose plan, to make maybe a documentary about this project, but I'm probably going to move into a car once the year ends, and I'm going to have like almost no money, and I'm just going to attempt to eat and like live and be alive for a while without live streaming, potentially. Are you ever going to do a gaming stream? Potentially, but it would be Minecraft if I did it. Are you prepared for stardom if this goes viral or gets 5,000 regular viewers? I don't know. I think I'm never really prepared for that. I mean, I'm as prepared as I'm ever going to be, but no. Like, look at me right now. I can't even answer all these messages. I'm overwhelmed. I hate ARL stuff. I get so damn bored. We looked into tickets and it's too expensive to fly. See stat for Christmas. I see. Big gathering be in Idaho. Michael will be home shortly thereafter. How many X's do you have? Technically, maybe like 1 or 3, depending on how you count, but they're all in middle school. So, I don't know. I've never had any real like girlfriends. I will be sad and miss him tons. NSFW live stream is my guilty pleasure. Still debating a documentary. Yes, Madre. To be honest, I wish Michael would spend an extra year with this project because I think this has touched a lot of people, and it has been so awesome to be a part of Michael's life. I think I'm going to cry. Sorry, but not sorry. This rat only reading YouTube. This is segregation. No, I'm reading it all. Just I'm really far behind, and so the YouTube ones they clog it up. So the Twitch ones, I don't see them for a while. Sorry. There's a lot of cues today. I'll make sure Michael gets a good Christmas. At least he won't be alone. Let me take a gander. Do you have a GF? No, I don't. I'll ship it. Sweet. Do you think you're gorgeous? No, I think I'm like pretty average or maybe a little bit above average. But I think I was actually more attractive as a child. So I think that I'm getting less attractive as I get older. I'm getting uglier. Do you think that, which is why, I've been working out a little bit more because you have to make up for that in other ways. Do you honestly think Ethan's been working on his traps? I have no idea. I don't think he works on a lot. He's been working on League of Legends recently. That's wonderful, Shelby. Okay, understandable. Can you do a girl now live? I have no idea what that is. Who the hell is Ethan? OMG, add me, Ethan. That's my roommate downstairs. He's on the stream all the time. Anyway, who's Ethan? You're going to add me. It messes your up. F a girl live. It dries you out. Yeah. You're talking about Accutane? Oh my god, this is so far back. You're not that far behind. Okay, all right. Ethan's roommate took Accutane. Well, that's project has made you question more of your decisions. Yeah, way more decisions. But it's not necessarily that I'm behind the camera. I mean, part of it is definitely, but more of it in the beginning of the year was me watching myself back because the streams are archived permanently. So I'd go back and watch them, make timestamps, and I'd be like, whoa, this is not how I want to act. This is not what I want to be. Is it that guy with long hair? It is. I get that you'd want to take a break, but after taking a break, what is the probability you continue to do a project like this or maybe something similar? That's a really good question, XK. I mean, I was thinking about this today because, I've never had an opportunity as good as this to make money. And obviously I spent a majority of this year just hemorrhaging all the finances that I've had in my entire life, which is not that much, but going very close to just going broke. But the curve kind of flattened out, and there's the Patreon now, and so many generous, awesome people who are part of that. And although I want to take a break definitely at the end of the year, part of me thinks it's weird that I'm just giving up an opportunity to continue what I feel would continue to be an increase in viewership, and I think that would definitely make a lot of money at some point. And I don't know, that's a weird thing that I definitely had not spent any time thinking about before. But at the end of the day, I have to do what I have to make my decisions based on my internal desires and stuff, not necessarily just I don't know, extrinsic motivators. Keep up the good work. Takes a lot of sacrifices to stream 24/7. It's great to see you into another life. Step outside your own a bit. Thanks, Micah. Appreciate that. OMG, that big bug-eyed guy. I love that, man. Minecraft. What are you going to do for money on the road? I think bicycle food delivery, that type of stuff. Something like that. Or maybe, ideally, I'd like to get a job doing piano at a restaurant or something at some point for tips, but it's down the road because I'm not good enough to do that for quite a while, so I need more improvement. Can't wait for December 31st, your last episode signing off. Wonder what you'll do in your last 24 hours. We're going to miss you, though. You're going to miss us when you stop. Yes, definitely. I will, 100%. Most of all, I'm going to miss Beth being on the stream and in the chat. Shots for final episode. No shots for final episode. I'm ending it tonight. See ya. Hope you have a nice life. Better than mine, at least. That is very morbid, and I hope a joke, but can't address that. How do you expect to see yourself when you're 70? I don't know. I haven't thought that far. I haven't even thought to when I'm 23 or 24, so. Stream Kim Petros. That's okay. Stream, turn off the light. What did this project make you see? What that leaves for you? Rephrase that one. I'm not sure. At what age do you want to die and why? I think I want to die when I'm after I've raised a kid successfully, at least one kid, and then once I'm no longer happy and enjoying being alive at all, once I'm just having a bad time in general. You think you're ugly? Oh, baby, baby, baby. Are you going to stream your life in 2020? He has a new project for 2020. What is the project? What made you want to do this project? I do not like the word hemorrhaging. What can you say about the thirst? Oh, sweet. We made it to about the thirst DMs. and Catfish on your IG. I wish that, guys, if you're watching and you're trying to catfish me, I've had so many catfish in my DMs. I know exactly what the accounts look like. I know every detail. I know the signifiers. I know that you're a catfish in it, and I'm gonna call you out. And oh wait, this working? And this thing just said it's offline. I don't know if that's, but I know that you're a catfish, and I call you out, and it's annoying, and you should at the very least, when I tell you, hey, like, I'm aware that you're a catfish, you should just accept that, and you're not going to convince me otherwise by the same tricks that everyone else does. It's the same. Everything is the same. You guys are all doing the same thing. It's very transparent. And if you ever talk to me, when you if you ever want to DM me or anything, and I ask you to do something like send a picture touching your nose with your finger, with your pinky finger, then just do it, because I deal with a lot of catfish, and if you prove to me that you're real, then it's going to make our conversation a lot better. You have to do what's best for you, Michael. And thirst DMs, I'm not going to send you a picture of my dick, so just, like, please don't ask. But other than that, feel free to DM me at any time and ask me anything. I'm always happy to talk. Do you want to have a wife and kids? Yeah, I do, but I think it has to be like the perfect situation, and I'm really willing to wait for that to happen. So it's not something that I think is time sensitive at all, and I will just do it when I feel like it is the right one. You have to do what's best for you, and if it ends up maybe picking back up the project down the line, the supporters will still be there. That's a really good point, James. I would hope so. You never know. You guys might all move on. Look into the camera. Yes. Any plans in fixing the cam quality used for Robostream? I tried like really hard to make it good. I don't know if it's not good. People will tell me that it's good, and then people tell me it's bad, and maybe like I'll wait longer and see what the consensus is. But yeah, I'm always trying to improve everything. So if it is bad consistently, then I'll make an effort to change that. Since you're in the US, I think looking into r/beer money will help you with your finances. All right, I'm going to take a photo of that. Sounds cool. Can we get an Ethan McChristian live stream spin-off channel where he can live stream his life except for going to school? Yeah, you should ask him about that. He might be down. I mean, he likes things like this. Our beer money sounds like a way to make money. What did you expect out of this project? Has it fulfilled your expectations? I didn't really expect anything out of this project. I expected it to be a relatively bizarre year. And in some ways I've gotten that, but it hasn't been as bizarre as I expected, I think. In a lot of ways, it's been more normal. So I wouldn't say it's been able to fulfill all those expectations because I didn't really have a lot to start with. I did think that I would encounter more, like a lot more real issues and like real danger and problems and stuff like that, like people trying to break into the house and stuff and crazy people, and I'm really fortunate and appreciative that hasn't happened. So, you're my favorite person. We're soul sisters. What's your dream job? That's a really good question. I think I have like a couple. I really would like to play piano somewhere as like a background musician. I think that would be really nice. But I like making videos too, and I like projects like this. This was awesome. This is my favorite thing I've ever done, this live stream. So, sometimes you find out things that you didn't even know existed, and that becomes your dream job. But I like all those things. What is most live viewers you've had? I once had 500 on Twitch, and then we've had a lot on YouTube recently, but there's times where it's been like around 100 in the past couple days, so that's a lot. That's a huge amount, but it's been consistently actually pretty good, like in the 30s or 40s or 50s, which is a lot for me. I love you all, computer robots. That really touched me. Thanks. I deeply and dearly miss you and the people in the chat. Currently, what realization have you had or learned or seen with the What realization have you learned or seen with the LGBT community, the good and bad? Wow, I don't know a lot about that. I don't know what's going on in politics in general. I've been to a lot of gay bars this year and have really increased the number of friendships that I have with members of the LGBT community, and I think that all the ones that I know are pretty great people. So I don't know. I don't have anything really good or bad like macro. I won't catfish. I don't need to when I'm this hot. Stream can. China will be a world power. In less than 10 years, relegated to the USA. I don't know. My dad probably has more thoughts on that than I do. How do you feel about the white population declining in America? It sounds like a troublesome question already, but I know Pedro, so I'm sure it's reasonable. In America, Europe, South America, does it bother you or make you worried about the future? No, I mean, a lot of people are like, honestly, if we're going to get political for 1 second, I would say, I don't like, I mean, I understand there have been like differences and like people will talk about like we need to make reparations and there needs to be fairness everywhere, but I don't like that we're dividing things based on culture or skin color or anything. I wish we could like just play our games and like exist without thinking about it at all. I'm not concerned about it. I don't want anyone to associate with anyone just because of their race or nationality. Probably sounds hypocritical because I just said I only want to live somewhere where they speak English, but I think that's a little bit different. That's my thoughts. So I don't like that. I don't like. I would never say we need more white people, and I would never say we need more any other color people. In general, we actually don't need more people. We probably could do with less people in the future. Maybe if we all had less kids, the Earth would probably be better off. Tell Catfish to send a pic of Pinky on Dick. Miss Scary if you like vlogs. You said you wanted to raise kids properly, then you'd probably want to send them to college or not, to mention that college. Yeah, that's a good question. It would really depend on what college is at that point in time. College 40 years ago was probably a good decision. College today, for a lot of people, is a bad decision. And college in 15 years might be a good decision again. I don't know. Mike is super polite and responsive. Just be nice and normal. Not trying to be rude, by the way. I just honestly worry about that shit. What do you read most often? I read Patreon. I try and read Patreon every day and respond to those because that's clearly, those people have prioritized me, and so I want to prioritize them back. I see all the ones on IG and I don't respond to them all the time because it's kind of like, I don't know, they can be endless. But I try to do this every couple days. And then Discord, if I get on my computer, then I make an effort to do that because it's easier to type fast than on a phone. Are you straight, or do you feel you fall more on a spectrum of sexuality? I'd say I probably fall slightly on a spectrum, but I would give myself like a 90% straight rating. When are you setting up a dental appointment? That's a good question. Gotta talk to my mom about it. Isabella, let's see your relationship with Ethan. You guys are so funny. Thank you. Did you see Joker? No, can't watch movies this year. What project are we going to do? You're going to be on Parker's podcast. I don't even know if is he still doing it? I wanted to be on there, Naomi, but I don't know if he's still doing it. You made me feel good all over watching you. Generous, thank you. Well, they're not streaming. That's why it's declining. I don't know what that means. Have you decided if you're going to keep streaming after this year? Not entirely, but I'm leaning against it at this point. Are you open to posting deleted streams from YouTube or on your Patreon or other platforms since it makes your project more complete? Yeah, definitely. I could probably do that. It's kind of complicated and it's hard to work with big streams and download them, and it's a lot of screen capturing, which takes a lot of time and resources. But yeah, at some point, I think I'd be willing to do that. Why do you think Harley's a dumb dog? By the way, he's lovely and sweet. I think he's a dumb dog because he's not responsive to a lot of the like commands and training and things that a lot of dogs are in the same way that they are. So I think that he might just be a little bit ditzier. But we also just give him a hard time and pretend that he's dumber and fatter than he is, because it's funny to make fun of a dog because dogs have no idea what's going on. They just love their owners, and it's not like a human, where you're causing anyone actual distress or mental harm. You just pet the dog and you say, "Oh, you're so dumb," and he thinks that you're just telling the nicest thing in the world. Do you think that question by Pedro, decline of white people, has racist undertones? Any question that talks about skin color has racist undertones. Doesn't matter the skin color. Don't do it, Michael. Good answer. An ally. We stand. White paper. Girl, the fuck is happening? I think the question. Why are we talking about politics? When are you taking? I've been taking them, allergy meds, but they take a little bit of time to kick in, right? So I'll give it a week, see how I'm doing. We need less people. Thank God someone said it. I agree. Let's start killing people. That's probably not the solution. Or culling. I don't know what that means. But that could be a solution. I'm sorry. I just don't know what that means. So guys in the chat, you want Ethan Christian spin-off live stream? If yes, press 1. If no, press 2. 2. I want Ethan to vlog. Yeah, Ethan has to be part of some media. That is a joke. Please do not murder. Is calling the... I don't know what that means. But if it was a joke, then I'm sorry that I didn't get it, because I don't know what that word means. Your hair is growing so quickly. I want Ethan Davey couples vlogging channel. Would you vlog? I've vlogged before. I don't think I could do it consistently. I don't really think it fits my personality. But it's fun once in a while. The Patreons get to see some vlogs once a month. If you're a tier 2 or above, love these answers. Love a progressive straight man. Not fave musician at the moment. Fave musician. That's a good question. Maybe this guy like Rosu or Rosu. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's just a piano guy. Probably one of the guys who I get like YouTube jazz lessons from, because I really appreciate that stuff. I like that. Gosh, I'm falling behind again here. I would subscribe to that. I think it'd actually be awesome. Couples channel without cringy fake pranks. Looks like we got 3 no's, 1 yes. Anyone else? Parker said it was starting back. Oh, great. That's good, Naomi. I would love to go on there. I almost went on a bigger podcast here. They invited me, but then I reached out and didn't hear back from them. So maybe I'll reach out again. But I figured that it's a Christian podcast, so maybe they wouldn't want me on now that I'm like streaming the rest of my life. I don't know. This might be too controversial for them, because they do like Bible morning podcast. So they probably wouldn't like me that much, but I mean, I'd be happy to go on. They seem really nice, and it seems like a cool podcast. They want summer hiatus. Fair enough. I want to watch against him. I wouldn't live stream dedication, sacrifice project isn't something I could prioritize like Michael, but I definitely want some like camera gear. Nice. Do you want sheet music for the Chopin? I actually can't read sheet music that well, so I'm going to learn it via Synthesia or MIDI. But thank you, Craig. I like your choice, Michael. Long time no see. Same to you. Hello, Ethan. I heard through the grapevine that you play League of Legends. Michael. I agree. Harley would be an excellent star. 2 weeks ago, open to streaming into New Year. It's all open. Yeah, it switches back and forth a lot. A month ago, I was pretty determined actually that I would keep streaming. So there's time for me to switch back. Today, I was thinking about keeping going, but maybe not for the best reasons. So I have to do a lot more internal thinking. Did you come back to Boise in January and watch the last Star Wars movie? Sure. I think I have to watch the other ones to make up, because I haven't seen that Han Solo one. But yeah, definitely. Looks like no one has been overruled. Thank you for... Do you have a home for Harley? Ethan may not want to admit it or acknowledge it now, or maybe we don't even want to talk about it, but I think that Ethan will keep Harley company in Oregon and make his life a lot better if he brings him, if it works out. So, but aside from that, no. But I think that it won't be a big problem. Harley's a fantastic dog, and it will be easy to find him a good home. Hopefully with someone I know so I can see him again. Do you want to hear a story? Honestly, probably not now. It's too many chats. Robots, you're going to Livestream next. Please behave. Don't derail from Q&As. So you're 90% straight. What are your thoughts, preferences, experiences that make up their 10%? I don't know. I think that there's just like thoughts, preferences, or experiences. I don't know. It would probably take me like quite a bit of time to really get into detail on that, but I would say like I feel like somewhat confident that it's not. I'm not 100%. You know, I think that most people are somewhere on a spectrum. Probably not 100%. Lol, Miss Rob Beth indicated he did not want another dog. To be honest, yeah, that was a joke. He wouldn't go up there. To be honest, I don't think I can be as successful as Michael. Successful? I guess that depends on how you define success. Will the Patreon end if the live stream end? That's a good question. I feel like it would make sense to end it the day before Jan 1st, because I won't be like live streaming. I don't know, but maybe I have no idea. But let's see. Can you share your workout routine? Do you think you have fast metabolism? I don't know a lot about metabolism science. I don't know if it's an excuse or not. I eat very healthily. I like focus on eating actual foods and a lot of vegetables. I think that's really important. It's probably more important than your metabolism. Like making a gradual long-term shift in your diet. My workout routine is push-ups one day and pull-ups the other day for 6 days of the week. And I just do 5 sets of like a reasonable amount. So just keep it very simple. If it's simple, then it's easier to stick to. If it's too much, you're gonna quit, right? Ideally, my ideal in fitness is like I want to have something that I can do for the rest of my life, because I think that fitness is a lifelong thing, not like a ambitious for a month, get fit, and then lose it all on vacation type thing. What if it's not about success? I think we should put ourselves out there just because. That is an interesting thought as well. Whole project sparked a 3-hour conversation amongst my friends this week. Doing a podcast about it. That's sick. Have you thought about how you kind of create a real reality TV show? Yeah, definitely thought about it. If you're doing a podcast, Simon, please send me the link. I would love to listen to that. I'm sure that would be really interesting. Okay. Please stop sending your questions now. I want to address all the ones that are here, but it is, hold on. Just ate some melatonin so that I can go to sleep early. I want to take care of all the ones that are here, but this will go on forever, and I will probably never catch up to where the questions are now. So just, if you haven't got it in yet, please save it for next week's Q&A, and I will make my best effort to answer all of them. The whole project, what's your Halloween costume like? Great question. I haven't figured it out yet. I've asked him if we can have Harley. He said no, but I'm going to keep working on him. I wouldn't want to put Harley on my parents because they really deserve and I think want to have some freedom, and dogs definitely restrict that freedom at that point. So, girls, let's see. Well, Jesus hung out with whores. All right, yeah, that's what I should tell them. That's hilarious. I don't think that's why they didn't respond. I think they probably just didn't check the DM or forgot or something, so it wouldn't kill me to reach out again. But also, I'm really happy with the level of success and just everything about the stream where it's at right now. So I'm in no way, nor have I ever been clawing for viewers or promotion and stuff like that. Who teaches you piano? You teach yourself. Teaching yourself is kind of like that only goes so far, I think, maybe. But like, I would consider all the YouTube videos that I watch to be, in a way, teachers, and then some of them are literally people trying to teach you concepts. So that's definitely teachers. But I've had I did a class, like a couple piano classes in high school, but I didn't have like an instructor or anything ever. Gasp! But I started on YouTube. Just started playing from YouTube. Um, You've been to other countries, especially. My life would bore you guys, trust me. Specifically Asia and Europe. I've been to both of those, but just a couple countries in each. I mean, yeah, just a couple countries in each of those continents. I haven't done a lot of exploring. Still, you think it an impossibility to follow with the project after New Year's? Still thinking, yes. Just dropped Halloween album and no one told. Robots, I'm an accountant, single mom, my life would be just as boring. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, I don't know. I actually can't say anything really about that, but life is interesting. So it doesn't matter whose life it is. You may not think that things are interesting, but life is interesting. It doesn't matter who you are. Green from Taiwan, an island in East Asia. About cool. Thank you. Jealous of what? Working. What is this? This is unrelated. For any personal info, like my league username, ask in Discord channel and I'll hit you up. Nice, Ethan. Ethan networking. Yoga in the mornings. You're right. I need more yoga in my life. Rank the following in romantic partner. Face, body, brain, money, status, personality. God, that's a good question. Private. Okay. Rank them. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, they all, like, it's all, I don't know. I think that brain has to be number 1 and money and status has to be number 4. Then I guess face, you can change your body. So if someone had like a really terrible body, like I really don't like that for me and like a sexual partner. But I think that that's something that you can change, or if it is a personality and brain are also kind of the same. I feel like, I don't know, those are really important, but I also think that's important to be attracted to someone you're in a romantic relationship with, or for me, that's what I feel like. But I haven't had a lot of romantic relationships, so could be wrong. I first time learn how to play the piano. How much piano? What should I buy? If you're asking how much you should play, just play in the beginning as much as you want, but try and play as often as far as days. So if you can play every day, but if you don't want to, then just take a break. But play when you want to, and don't miss out on those urges. Play what you want to play, and what piano you should buy. You should buy whatever is the best one you can get in your price range. And if you're going to get a keyboard and you have enough money to get a digital keyboard, like that has weighted keys, get that. A digital piano that has weighted keys, get that. It's a way better experience. You'll keep it forever. Would you consider Ethan as your best friend? Yeah, I'd probably consider Ethan as my best friend. Michael, besides Harley, Michael, I was expecting tonight's Q&A to be somewhat on the sad side, but I'm so glad it's been fun and entertaining. Yeah, this is good. You guys should do yoga together at 5 a.m. every morning. I can't think of one damn question. That's okay. There's plenty. Gosh, he's got all the good ones. If all he does is eat right, he's got good genes. No, I would not doubt that at all. I don't know enough about genetics, Raymond, but I do really believe. Obviously, my childhood was a lot of athletics to like get me to a point where I have like a base athleticism that is hard to have go away. But life and athleticism and everything is all about things compounding. And you do a little thing every day, it's going to change your life entirely in 15 years. So it's important from when you're a kid to start doing things like athletically, and you will be athletic as an adult then. But if you were an adult and you didn't have that opportunity, your parents didn't put you in that, you didn't want to do those things, it's going to be a long process to reach a point of athleticism. and then your body will be, I think, more apt to revert back to a state of unathleticism if you spent a majority of your life not doing that, because your body just kind of like it's used to what it's used to, and it wants to be in that state where it's most comfortable. I don't know. That's what I think. I think more than genes, I'm grateful that my parents pushed me and forced me to be in live athletics, because it just made my life way easier to be able to like be athletic now in any sense. Just having done that as a kid. What if you bike over that early? What time do you get? We can do some yoga, Shelby. You hit me up and we'll pick a time. If it works for both of us, I'm down. Be Michael Gary for Halloween. You already have the shirts. Right, it's hereditary. I guys, please stop sending questions if you're sending them. Beth is gorgeous. I do have a really pretty mom. She's a great mom. What do you think about climate change? Think it's bad? I'm anti-climate change. No more questions. Thanks, Michael. Seeing you happy to smile. Thanks, XK. Yeah, this is very fun. A lot of questions, but very fun. Your turn to be bad cop. Hello. Bye, guys. I gotta go. I have so many questions. I'm having a panic attack. Save them for next week. Save them 100%. The schedule he had 2 weeks ago. He's 5 days a week. My voice is so deep. My voice is not deep. My voice is definitely not deep. But thank you. Personality, face, brain, body, money. Yeah. Is that yours? I would put brain up, I think, number 1. But yeah, I can respect that. The rest I don't care about. Money first. Will you change your life? You can change your life with FFS. I don't know what that is. Hope you fall with that. We all love you. Nice guy. I can learn to love someone ugly if they're rich. I got my eye on you. The concept's interesting. Symbols, actions, and connections created butterfly flag. Absolutely, yeah. Brain and personality to me are different, but very smart or very rude. You can be very nurtured. Okay, I see that. Private. That makes sense. I would go brain, then personality. Even in that case. I don't care if you're broke and dumb if you love me. Actually, I don't know, because I think that if honesty might fall into the category of personality, but I also think that if you have a good brain, you would reason internally that being honest is the best course in life. So maybe that would be a given. Complicated question. I don't care if you're broke and dumb. If you love me and you're funny, that's fair rat. That's a good way to go. This Q&A is going to end in 2 minutes. I shall end the Q&A immediately. Thanks for being a mod, Burn. Oh, thank you, Burn. And save, yeah, you're the best mods. Thanks for answering my question. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you for answering asking me questions, and thank you a lot for stopping and asking questions when I told you to. That's great. We'll do the same thing next Sunday, 9 p.m. This is great. Private.